Greetings, dear suckers. My name's Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved, and welcome back to Disco Elysium, where we're rushing off to do some stuff before the evening ends, which I don't know when that is. I don't know anything. That's all I know. Anyway. We gotta sing karaoke, alright? What check even was that? I forget. Oh yeah. Oh. What's that?
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full flavor cigarettes.
Okay. What are its hallmarks?
Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
Okay. I'm imagining it. Now what? Wait, where do I get such a crown?
It comes free with a six-pack of Vermilion Roy d'Or. The words Roy d'Or are stamped into the crown's plastic.
The idea of a king and a century gone is pretty fascinating. Is it? I mean, kings and centuries go all the time. Well, not all the time, but anyway, I'd rather know more about the world of today. That is the world I'm living in, after all.
The contemporary period stands still. The fated carousel of progress that doomed the royalists is itself winding down. Our time is decelerating into what no one knows.
Into the pale, I guess. Hang on, this feels oddly jerky. Hang on a second. Let's see if I can fix that. No, it's still kind of jerky. Okay, whatever. Okay, what was the check again? Nope.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet.
Well, that's not very silent now, is it?
You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Drama, huh? Look, Kim, I'm going to sing karaoke.
I can see that.
The lieutenant steps away from the stage, ready for your performance.
The bar is full and buzzing with chatter. No one is paying you any attention, but still you feel your knees turn to noodles. Okay, now a couple is looking at you. Even worse, they are going to hate you.
Shut up, Inland Empire. 13, that's not so bad. Huh? This feels right. You belong here. Okay. Especially when I've got a whole bunch of shit. Well, a whole bunch of shit is perhaps an overstatement. I've got like 2 things that increase drama, I think. It'd be nice if it had some sort of search function, but oh well, I guess it accurately recreates the feel of rooting around in your pockets or backpack or whatever. There and there. +3. Not bad, not bad. Oh yes. Maybe I should just put a point in conceptualization in Inland Empire so they're not reliant on these 2 mediocre items. Well, this one's mediocre, this one's alright. Huh. I've got 2 things of fallen gear now, and I can get a 3rd one for a price that seemed ridiculously expensive when I saw it, but now is only pretty expensive. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Conceptualization, Inland Empire. There we go. 6 and 8. I should probably get Inland Empire to 8 at some point. I really should. Maybe that's what we'll do next. That or get Suggestion up to a reasonable level. Or put more points into Volition. I mean, one more point and it might not go amiss. Anything else? Anything else? Don't think so. Here goes nothing. If 8 drama isn't enough, shit.
The stage is all set up. You feel a little dizzy.
So, are you ready for your...
I'm ready. 83%. It's like 8. It's like 8 times 10 plus the base 3%. That's not how that works, but it's funny to think that. There's probably some bonuses I could get to this, but hopefully I won't need them. Let's go. Publish and be damned.
The air is thick with anticipation.
Say it with me, suckers. Not even close. I could have done that with 2 drama. Fucking A.
Someone dims the lights as the music starts. Okay, here we go.
Here goes nothing.
I would often go there, to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Saint-Saëns, though it once was larger. How the realm may rest there. Down through the mist there, toward the 7 sisters, toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there, in that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
Fucking A. Alright. Goddamn, Harrier. You've got a fucking great singing voice. Yeah, ancient reptilian. Your singing voice is the voice of the ancient reptilian brain. Fancy that. That was really something. Something beautiful. I'm really fucking glad I aced that check. It was meant to be, or something like that.
A lazy applause fills the room. You feel your hands shake as awareness of your body returns to you.
Thank you, ancient reptilian brain.
There is silence now in the deep where the voice came from. It has receded, to return only in dreams and nightmares.
Well, at least that confirms for me that Harrier's voice does, in fact, sound a lot like his inner dialogue voices. None of his actual dialogue is voiced, obviously. Aside from this. Gonna be honest, I really didn't expect them to actually have something like that here. I don't know what I was expecting. Some kind of gag, maybe.
This guy really carried you.
Yeah, it'll do that. That is what the ancient reptilian brain is for. It is the foundation upon which so much else rests. I want to dedicate this song to whoever wrote me that fucking letter. I still love you. Thank you very much, asshole. I'd like to dedicate this song to Gart for letting me sing it. It's all shit, Gart. I'd like to dedicate this song to the pale nothing that will devour the world. I'd like to dedicate this song to Contact Mike. Everyone else sucks. I don't want to dedicate this song to anyone. I performed it for myself. I'd like to dedicate this song to my partner, Kim Kitsuragi.
The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but gives you a quick smile before turning away.
I couldn't have done it without you, Kim. It would have been a far shitter time without you by my side.
He's incapable of blushing, but if he weren't, he'd blush.
Incapable of blushing, huh? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. What a Chad. Thank you, composure. That's probably the most helpful thing any passive skill check has ever told me.
Good, good. Are we ready? I want to unplug the microphone now.
Last words?
No. I think I've said all that needs to be said. Well, that was quite something. Alright. Should I change back? Nah, I think I'm good like this. Glad I had my regular black jeans on, or I might have missed that, and that would have been a tragedy. Then again, I've got not much else. Then again, I don't exactly have anything else to take up that slot, so I guess it was meant to be. Or something along those lines, anyway. Well, drama, you are officially out of the doghouse now. Gone from 4 to 8, and you know what? I'm keeping you like that. That was quite something. Okay. Anyone else?
Ah, smallest church in Saint-Saëns, right?
The cafeteria manager is waiting for you to acknowledge that he recognized the song. Yeah, the church is actually my past, my life, my love. Things are really bad with it. Well, I guess that's true. But why dwell on that when we can instead dwell on the fact that I told you I'd rock that shit, and I did.
It was all right.
He doesn't sound like he thinks you rocked it.
Subdued. I might start letting people up there again. Now, what can I do for you?
Will you now? Well, maybe I've done some lasting good here then. Alright then. See ya. Maybe music shall return to this place for good. Someday. Or maybe not. Hey Kim, you got anything to say about that?
Yes?
Nah. Dress code Modus Mullen. Huh. let's get out of here and hopefully have the frame rate recover. Oh yeah, that's much better. Must have just been the lights being weird. Okay. I could try the cargo container door again. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go check out the cargo container door again. See if I can open it. Might as well retry some of these white checks. Even if they're a bit out of the way. It's not like you'll notice. Unless, of course, I leave this entire trip in because I'm talking the whole way and force you to sit through all of it. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? A giant ass print on the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. Someone is habitually chilling next to the radio. Okay.
The file cabinet stands steady as at the drawer. So
Yeah, I didn't do that. Well, that was certainly a cheering interlude. You're a damn good singer, Harrier. Certainly better than I expected.
you're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Anyway, now for silliness. Erratic yet thorough, been in the world for 2 days. Okay, one more door. Money is all about trust. That's what that one guy was saying. Wait, did I get a bonus to this because I clicked on that one guy a bunch of times? What? Huh. Okay. One more door. Wait, wasn't that the, Yeah. Alright, I didn't even need to actually internalize that to get a bonus for that. Cool. The bow tie looks a bit off. Rhetoric, rhetoric. Always more rhetoric. Do I have any additional rhetoric? Yes, okay. My polo shirt. Okay.
You're
Fuck it.
back before the
20%. Good fucking odds. Let's go.
And
Shit.
as it's always been, it's impossible to open a container with the rhetoric. Maybe you're losing your mind.
Wow. I lost by almost the same margin I succeeded in that previous check. 5 versus 6. Okay. Okay. Wait, what the heck is this? If I right click, it does the sort of thing that, like with tab, but it also brings up this. That's weird. Whatever. Is Siling even still around? No, he is not. Alright, great. We can rob his place.
Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
What? What do you mean?
Nothing, nothing. You're right. Get in there. Deep. Invade every personal space. Break every lock.
Pardon me? I feel like you're insinuating some kind of innuendo here. It is my duty as a cop to investigate every square inch of this world.
Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover them.
Okay. The Jamrock Shuffle. -1 esprit de corps. Confusing behavior. By now it's clear you like to look inside containers. You like to open doors and see what's behind them. Maybe secrets? Maybe more juicy containers? Let's be honest, you like all containers. Trash cans, utensil trays, manholes, coat pockets, secret containers left behind by the Philippine kings that hold forbidden relics. Okay, you haven't come across one of those yet, but one day you'll come across a manhole. Wait, is that why you're so hellbent on opening containers? Do you think you'll find the Holy Scepter and the Orb de Montaigne? Montaigne? I don't know. Okay. God, why are there so few thought spaces? There's so many interesting thoughts. Surely it's balanced enough by requiring you to spend your very valuable skill points on them. Also, why the fuck did that suddenly pop up? There, apropos of nothing. It's not like I had just broken into some place or anything. You hear distant traffic. Night is falling on the city. Your face is falling on the city. A maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east.
This door is made of metal, and no one answers.
We should return tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. Tomorrow then. I don't know why tomorrow when... I don't know why he isn't in today. Or why we would know that he wouldn't be in today, but okay. Okay. What else do we have that might be time sensitive? Oh! Well, that's not time sensitive, I don't think. But... we might as well do it while we're here. That's obviously not time sensitive. Still have these question her about these guys even though she's off in prison. Well, it's a little reminder. Still waiting for that. Harbor Gates, the Jolly Mask. Where are the Harbor Gates? Where's the Jolly Mask? I forget. And there's the victim's body and all that. And the pants. Is Kuno still around? Yeah. Kuno's probably still around. Okay. I love you, Kuno. Fucking hell. What a stupid fucking piece of graffito. Let's check out these again. Are they worth the price?
Kuno saw you wield that can. Sweet graffito action, pig. Kuno likes that delinquent shit.
He says with an approving nod. Oh, builder preserve me. Yeah, Kuno. Yeah, Kuno saw that. Thank you, Kuno. I really appreciate it.
You're still a dink. Now what's your case with Kuno?
Let's see. +1 savoir faire, +1 physical instrument for 15 bucks. Yeah, actually, that now that I think about it, that doesn't... Yeah, honestly. That's a completely reasonable price at this point.
Here, pig. We're fun now. Performance buddies.
Kuno unzips his jacket again and pulls the pants out of the plastic wrapping.
Kuno can already see you soaring through the air like a fucking eagle. Pig's in Kuno's debt now. Money debt.
He looks at you with pride. I'm pretty sure I just paid you, but okay.
Money debt doesn't mean anything. He's just saying words. You're not in his debt.
Yeah, okay.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
I noticed. Anyway, that's a bit of extra XP and the fun modular track pants. +1 French nonsense, spacious crotch / liquid fit. Liquid fit? What the fuck does that even mean? +1 physical instrument, performance unlimited. Entry-level Fawn modular track pants, meant to get the urban athlete started down the Fawn path. Labels say hydrophobic 100%. I doubt that. Simon Tech and Fawn Mirova Lab, creating an air of pseudoscientific mystery around these pants. They feel rubbery and futuristic to touch. Okay. French nonsense and physical instrument. Both things I have pretty low, yeah. Getting physical instrument up to 2 seems good. Fuck it. I hate to lose the +1 composure right after it got me that little tidbit about Kim, but then perhaps that's the best time to lose it. If only I could get a bonus to motorics or physique. like I did with Psyche. That would be so much more useful because it would increase the caps too, and the caps on Psyche are so high that I wouldn't have reached them anyway. Alright then. Well, I now have slightly reasonable physical instrument despite the penalty. Let's see, so now I've got 3 fallen things. On a significantly less lighthearted note, let's go call in the body. And the library card.
Inside, you see a
Yes,
set of
yes,
steering
yes, I know.
levers. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the small blue sector, indicating the engine is cold.
Sure hope
Next
so.
to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They are also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
Okay then.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Connect me to Jamrock Public Library.
I'm afraid they're closed.
Shit.
It says here that the library is open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Well, fuck. Well, on the plus side, I'm pretty sure they were already closed by the time I found the body. Don't have to worry about that.
We should try again during business hours.
Yeah, no shit, Kim.
Anything else, Detective?
Okay. I need to report a dead body on the Martinez boardwalk.
One moment.
You can hear her shuffling through some papers.
Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
An unidentified middle-aged man. Height 170, 175. Dark hair, medium build. Looks like he slipped, fell through a hole in the boardwalk, and hit his head against the metal bench.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Not to mention the gum.
Any signs of violence?
No. Seems like it was an accident.
No field autopsy necessary.
She repeats. Repeats.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
He was wearing boots, trousers, and an old leather jacket with a bright blue lining. I found a library card from his pockets. You mean in his pockets? Whatever.
Any information on the library card?
It's from Central Jamrock Public Library. It belongs to someone named Billy Mejan.
Good. You have a lead.
Indeed. Unfortunately, I can't pursue it because they're closed. Oh well.
Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
We're taking the case. We're already here after all. Shouldn't take too long to clear this up. And if it does, well, probably the best men for the job.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue.
Wait, why Kim instead of me? Whatever.
That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Pretty certain this is... Yeah, still waiting. Okay, I'm done.
57th, over and out.
Harry Dubois, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of
Yeah. Okay. That's that then. Okay, now let's finally get around to actually talking to that last,
winter, slow to let go of Revachol. Flecks some more wet snow from above.
Indeed, it's been doing that quite a bit lately.
The snow falls lazily, making the beach sand paler still, mixing with the rust-colored sewage runoff. And to think, it seemed as though it were already spring.
Spring is just a word. How does it feel?
The melting snow seeps through your thin clothes. Grandmothers don't let their grandchildren out dressed so lightly in this weather. At least your hair is protected from getting wet and sticking together. You look around.
Indeed. That's the value of a hat, after all. What's in the west?
More winding coastlines lined with abandoned buildings. Crumbling piers, salt water lapping at their dark piles. Grey and red forgotten city blocks. What remains of the pre-revolutionary effort to gentrify the coast.
And beyond that?
The waters turn black. Coal City in the shadow of San Martin. A boom town. Back when coal extracted from countless shafts near the city was needed to power Revachol.
It isn't now? I wonder what they use instead. Maybe they just get their coal from somewhere else, or maybe they've moved on to oil? Nuclear energy? Maybe? Who can say?
No more. The coal was supplanted by petroleum from the ocean floor and hydropower from the Esperance. Everything crumbled. These days, only the weakest remain in Coal City. Their hopes of getting rich linger in the defunct shafts under their feet.
Oh. I guess Shivers can say. Right. Should have just clicked a little further then. What is there?
Below the old mines, L'Océan Municipal, Revachol's underground cemetery. Le Petit Rat braved the underground passageways, trying to get to Le Royaume.
More French nonsense, eh?
Children under 14, they go underground looking for artifacts to sell to foreign museums and for fabled relics. Their parents let them. They go deeper.
Deeper.
After rubies, Melchiorite, lapis lazuli, plundered from Safle and Seol during the time of the suzerain. In the burial chambers of the kings, Grand Old Philip, Guillaume II, and even in the mausoleum of Philip the Opulent. 2 kilometers underground, in a winding shaft along whose walls mirrors have been placed, so that daylight may eternally fall upon the richest of all the kings. The mausoleum contains untold quantities of gold, and that special, purest of the pure magenta cocaine, favored by Revacholian royalty.
Is that right? And yet the only ones pursuing these supposed riches are random children. Funny that.
How can it be pure if it's magenta?
Oh. Good point, logic. How can it be pure if it's magenta?
Snow falls, and there is no answer. Some things are not for mortals to know.
Okay. Wipe the snow from your shoulder.
Few Petit Rat return from the shafts. Even fewer find what they're looking for. A small child steps out of the black tunnel with silver trinkets in her pockets.
And an extra "and" in the subtitles, apparently.
All around her, white snow on the extinguished coke furnaces and on the weather-worn shacks where fathers beat their sons after drinking. The snow melts on your fingers, turning to water.
And mothers beat their daughters? That's division of labor for you. What's in the east?
The canal you crossed to get here and beyond it. Martinez proper, the district the police forgot to police. There is laughter, lights, attempts at entrepreneurial activity, cynicism.
I don't know about forgot. Maybe willfully forgot.
Someone is scraping snow off their windshield at the roundabout, in the midst of which a statue of Philip III serves as a destination for grade school field trips and a fine perch for winter birds.
That's all?
Like all monuments, it's also a warning. 6-story ruins on the south side of the roundabout, cast a long shadow over the profligate king.
And further.
A fenced-off yard. There's a truck belonging to a logistics company parked next to the gate. Bright light from a building behind the fence reflects off its hood. Clean white light coming from the windows of a clean cube-shaped office building hidden amidst ruins. A secret.
Pardon me? Clean cube-shaped office building hidden amidst ruins. Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. What's in the north?
The abandoned church, one of 2 remaining stave churches, which were collectively called Les Sept Sœurs. The other 6 sisters were destroyed during the Revolution.
And further north?
A serpentine strip of land weaving its way into the Martinez Inlet. Unfortunates on the run from the law, from themselves, sometimes hide out on nearby islets. Little dots in the ocean that are occasionally submerged when the tide is high and the weather foul.
And on the islets?
The remains of a camp on a jagged piece of rock, a tent, old dishes and cutlery, long since abandoned. A hermit crab scuttles among the debris, looking for a new shell. Further out, the lights burn bright on Resurrection, way beyond Martinez, a popular spa destination for ample-bodied Ozon kids with equally ample pockets.
And on the other side of the inlet?
Then there's Ozon, but the snow falls too thick. You cannot see that far.
Before that? Before the curtains are drawn.
The Bay of Revachol, vastness, great depth, over 1,200 meters at its deepest. Water, air-brinier than here. It is crisscrossed by huge cargo ships bearing company logos. Wild pines, Zam, Mauryan, and at the farthest reaches of the Bay of Revachol, the shadow of the coalition warship Archer, on perpetual patrol duty, ready to unleash artillery fire if you were to rise up against the market. You shudder.
What's in the south?
The raised motorway, 881, separating Martinez from Jamrock. Vehicles whoosh past one another day and night, while those who reside in the labyrinthine alleyways beneath the motorway attempt to carry on with their lives in the snow and the slush. And south of the 881 is the Pox.
The Pox. Metal Gear?
Was once a park, a place for reflection and recuperation for the patients of the old military hospital. In the 20s, it was used as a quarantine center during a measles outbreak that killed many children. Most everyone has avoided the hospital and surrounding park ever since.
Huh. Okay.
The Pox is completely wild now. Evergreen thickets covered in snow and industrial dust. Feral dogs and even wolves roaming in packs. The police try to keep the deepest corners cordoned off.
But still.
Heavy drug users do slip through and hole up in the old military hospital, hoping to find something to get high on among the hastily abandoned supplies, or just to overdose in peace.
Abandoning a whole hospital and section of the place just because it was at one point used for quarantine. Fucking idiots. Further south.
A line of motor garages with armored carapaces hunched in the cold. A mechanic is hard at work, patching up bullet holes in the side of a Capri 40. These are the garages of Precinct 41. Snow settles on the roof of the repurposed silk mill. It serves as your station. Shivering RCM personnel hurry in and out of the main entrance.
Wonder if Vic's found his heterosexual life partner yet.
Pardon me? The man in the fishnet wife beater looks over at Chester McLean.
Damn, I don't know. Even a real Braderbund like that can't survive everything.
Around you, the snow continues to fall. To the west, the ocean swells.
No, it was home. I want more.
The stairs descend to central Jamrock. A man named Cooklove has a snow-covered stall there, in the market across the bridge. He sells kebab infested with fly larvae to your colleagues who believe eating it will make them immune to food poisoning.
I mean, you can build up a resilience to at least some varieties of food poisoning, but I don't think fly larvae is the play there. Also, anyway.
Snow falls on the utility district, the library, the florist, the Sarah Mauritian restaurant that offers homemade wine, and also on the brothels and drug dens, and the chop shops of the Zemliaki. All of this built around a lake that formed in a meteorite strike. At the center of this lake, there is a little ship. There are lights at the bottom of its hull. They are lights directed toward the seafloor, looking for something, like whiskers.
A meteorite strike, huh? Huh. For what?
A chill comes over you, crawling down your back. The sand under your feet is wet. Somewhere in the south, tarpaulin flap in the wind.
Where is Ruby?
Near.
Thanks.
Snow falls into dark water. She prays, though she doesn't believe. There is a hum in the air.
She prays, huh? Is that right? Maybe she is in the church then, after all.
That's all.
Thanks. Real helpful. You can tell me the fucking world's whole life story, but you can't tell me where Ruby is. What's below me?
Layer upon layer of sand, poisoned with industrial runoff. The storm drainage, hidden bunkers. Rats scuttle.
Tell me a secret of the sands, wind.
Someone stuffed a big old polar anorak into a concrete pipe under the boardwalk. It would keep you warm. You will probably never happen across it, but who knows?
Huh. Okay. That is good to know. Thanks. Stomp your feet for warmth. Brushing off the snow.
We should keep moving. Who knows when the snow will let up.
I don't know. I don't really know what brought on this sudden massive information dump, but okay. Thanks, Shivers, I guess. I think I might know where that is, actually. No, not this pipe. Damn. The fuck? Okay, whatever. Okay, never mind. I don't know where it is. You got anything to say?
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good.
Skin shows through the holes in the Speed Freak's too large sweater. In front of him, an open toolbox full of carpentry tools and parts. The fuck even is a Speed Freak?
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
He runs his hand through his hair, which is combed back in mock seriousness, and continues to fiddle with some gears. Sign?
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
I'm not really certain what you're referring to here, but okay.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
He continues to rearrange his tools. Fair enough, then, man. Fortunately, I'm not interested in socializing. Tell me about the machines you saw in the church. He cringes.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked-up Saint-Saëns science sign. You know, the kind that goes headfirst into the supernatural.
I'm not certain I do know, actually.
The People's Republic of Samara is a product of Revachel's sister revolution on the Gran Isola. It's known as a severely degenerated rogue state.
I mean, it's called the People's Republic of Samara. It's gonna be something horrible. What's wrong with the supernatural?
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it, though.
Fair enough.
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
Perhaps. You sounded a bit odd there, Inland Empire. Do you have a cold? The supernatural. So you think it's real? That it actually exists? For whatever that means?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs.
I guess that's fair enough. I think, if I understand you correctly.
Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
I have no idea if any of that has any actual evidence. Why are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
He picks up some sort of widget.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
Does this mean we need sign matching?
Yes, further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
Okay, maybe I'll come back later. Well, that was a short conversation. Okay. Sync the signs. Okay. Got anything more to say?
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on the sea ice. She looks up as you approach.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the church, I mean.
I'll help you, alright. I'll help you stay on the straight and narrow. Just like I already have.
Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? We've been waiting for weeks here.
Your associates tried to use me to set up a drug lab. I'm guessing you knew of this plan.
I did, and I'm sorry.
She doesn't appear surprised.
For what it's worth, which isn't much.
You're right. It isn't.
This is why I didn't go into the tent.
The lieutenant looks at the ocean, squinting his eyes.
Typical delinquency.
Oh no, this isn't your average everyday delinquency. This is advanced delinquency. Trying to get the police involved in helping your delinquency. That's some fucking shit, alright?
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it. I even tried not to lie to you.
I'm fairly certain you can actually choose your posse. You can't choose a lot of things, but you can choose who you hang out with. Although I guess you can't choose who hangs out with you. You can't really choose that for them, but still.
Indeed, she merely tried to omit the truth instead.
Oh yes, because that's definitely not lying. Instead, you opted to omit the truth. It's the same thing.
I know, but I knew you'd see through their plan too. I'm not an idiot. I should have been able to control them, and I will in the future. I promise.
I will hold you to that promise then, Burger. I will hold you to that.
May I ask, what did you tell them?
Do what you will with your dance club plans. Just no drug labs, please.
Thank you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise.
Again, I'll hold you to that. The others told me you went inside the church. What did you see in there?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
Try me.
She's less prone to blurt it out, Crabman, than the others.
We'll see. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Go on.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent.
Okay, so he probably wasn't actually a crab man, he was just climbing weirdly, then. Sure, I can believe that.
He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Fair enough. Sounds like some sort of acrobat, or some such.
Like a crab, you say?
The lieutenant nods. His face is stone. What did this crab man look like?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
Come on. She obviously could. She already went into detail.
Come on, quit stalling on me. What did he look like?
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top.
Oh, I have
know
one
it
of
sounds
those.
ridiculous, but that only made it scarier in a way.
Yeah, I can understand that. The bizarre can easily become either comedic or horrific, because ultimately they're horrifying and amusing someone. There's very similar skills.
A crab and a banger?
The lieutenant raises an eyebrow. Don't... Kim. Please. Control yourself, Kim. I know you might not have the kind of ironclad self-control that someone like that someone like me has. But still, try and hold back the giggles.
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw.
You were wrong. I do believe you.
Why?
She raises an eyebrow. Seems too ludicrous for a lie. Nah. What would you stand to gain? I mean, even if it's not a lie, she could just be wrong. But yeah, strange things happen. I don't know. It's Disco Elysium. What even is? What even is?
Okay then. They certainly do around me.
I'll bet. I'd like to know more about your associates.
My associates?
She blows on her chilled fingers.
I haven't got much to say about them.
What do you mean? You must know something about them.
Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
To the cops.
What about yourself? Tell me something about yourself.
Me? I'm a silver bird.
What?
A silver bird. Feels strangely familiar. Was it an expression? And if yes, then for what? Then your mind slips, and the thought is gone.
Thanks, Encyclopedia. You're a big help as always. Aha. Okay. Maybe I'll ask later about all this.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
Well, see ya. Maybe she'll open up later, after you've helped them set up the nightclub. Maybe. Okay. That's quite enough for now. We did a bunch of random shit, that's what we did. But most importantly, we sang karaoke, and we did it damn well. And we did, in fact, figure out what to do with those skill points, although we'll soon get another one, which... What should we put that into? Maybe suggestion. Maybe perception. No, I think we should get a suggestion. It's been abused far too much already. Play the puppet master. Ooh. That or visual calculus. We've got a few things. Anyway. Next time, we're finally gonna go into that bloody church and figure out what's going on with crab men and machines and supernatural or whatever. So until then, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. Fuck you all so much for watching, and so long, suckers.
You're gonna be okay, kid.